Hey guys, Comic Book Steve here again. Another video. This is going to be a little bit of a special one. This is since I put a lot of these Marvel Legends toys in the background of my my videos. I figured I'd just show off all the various Spider-Man costume toys that I have. I have a lot more than what I'm going to show here. What I'm showing here is basically my best representation of each costume of Spider-Man, and you know, this is the intention behind all. I have these all on display on like my bookshelf, but what I'm aiming for is to, when I have the house, I want to get like a glass display and just kind of pose them all in there and do like a Spider-Verse display, which would be pretty awesome. I've been collecting these for probably about uh, since the early 2000s. Yeah, since probably, I think one of the ones I have in here is from 2001. So since then, I've been collecting these on and off throughout the Marvel Legends lines. I'm going to show up the 6-inch ones. I think there's one Marvel Select in here, which is like 7 inches, and then the 3.75-inch ones that Hasbro does. Since I started putting those out, I also try to collect those ones in each costume as well. But yeah, so we can just get started here. All right, so this one is the Iron Spider-Man. Trying to find a better way to display these. This is the Iron Spider-Man from, I think it's the Spider-Man Classics line. This was a reissue, kind of. The first it's a reuse of another version of this, which was more metallic looking. The first one was in the Spider-Man Origins line in the mid 2000s. This one came out like a few years later, but the first one had like a metallic paint on the red and a yellow on where the gold is here. And then this one came out later on, which was just, you know, you could tell it's a translucent almost. I had both. I sold the other one like a few months ago, since that one goes for more. I think I got like 45 or something for it. This one I like better, actually. I would have liked a mashup of both, because I like the metallic red on the other one, but I don't like the yellow on the other one for the gold parts. If they would have had gold and metallic red, that would have been pretty awesome, and I would have kept it. But this one was pretty sufficient. This one still goes for like 20 or something, but I didn't want to have both. Just wanted to keep one, make some money off the other one. So the other guy had to go. That red paint, the red metallic paint, is notorious for like chipping off and leaving ugly missing paint marks. So I decided to keep this one. Mine was in good shape, but just decided to keep him. Try to line these all up over here. Move the Scarlet Spider out of the way. Whoops. I'm not gonna edit this video, so we'll have some mishaps, I'm sure. Some of these guys don't like to stand up. That's what displays are for, whenever I get around to buying them. This one is probably my least favorite, but I keep it anyway just because it's the only one I have in this costume for 6-inch. This is the House of M Spider-Man. This was another part of the Classics line. It was one of those ones that has the like a power effect where you have like a button on the back that shoots out a web. So you don't get a lot of posing here, and I think the overall look of the character. Oh, and there's a button when he shoots the button out. His eyes are supposed to glow, but that has since stopped working. I think it's like 10 years old, but I just think the overall look of it is pretty subpar. But it's the only one I have in 6-inch form of this costume. I don't think there was another one made. If there is, I definitely missed out on it. So I hold on to that, but I'm anxiously waiting for them to make another version so I can get rid of that. The next one we got here is from the Origins line from mid 2000s. This is the Spider-Man 2099. I don't have his cape anymore, or his like spider cape. This one's not bad. I really like the look of him. I like the light metallic look of his color. The only issue I have with it is he doesn't stand straight. Like one leg juts out, and then the other leg has a permanent bend to it. You can't really straighten it out, so he kind of looks a little gimpy. But since I don't really play with these like as action figures, and they usually just hang out in poses, it's not a huge loss. I I did miss out on the recent Spider-Man 2099 they did for Marvel Legends. Probably should have got it, but I felt that I had this one, so I wasn't gonna double down. I like the darker blue on this one, where the other one has a lighter metallic blue. But you know, maybe one day I'll pick up that one. We'll see. But for now, I think this guy works. I just gotta keep him in a crouched-ish pose to make him not look ridiculous. Then we got one of my recent favorite ones, the Scarlet Spider 6-inch. And this one is the first time they've done a Scarlet Spider 6-inch since the, as far as I'm aware, since the KB exclusive Marvel Legends from like, I don't even know, like before 2000, 2001, 2002. And I missed out on that. I was always kicking myself. So it was like a $50 out-of-box toy on eBay for a long time. And then finally they made this guy. And I love the look of him. I think they did a great job. Fits in nicely. One of my favorite costumes. And we'll get him to stand. And then, yeah, so that works. The only thing that bothers me about him is I really hate when they put the black outline on those characters, or on Scarlet Spider. His eyes don't have a black outline. So why do they keep doing that? Drives me nuts. But that's a minor nitpick. This next one's also a new one, kind of hard to get, at least in the shops, like a regular toy store or Walmart. See, some people are already falling. SpiderGwen. Love SpiderGwen. Love the look of her. Love the costume. Love the character. So I was really glad to find this one. This one I had to pay a little extra for it. I think I paid like $35 for it at Newberry, which I usually wait for them to come up in a Target or a Walmart, which is usually later than the comic shops. And then they'll go for like $20, which is still a lot. I mean, that's something we should mention here. These freaking toys are not cheap anymore. I think they were like 15, 14 in the early 2000s, and now they're 19 or more, which is really annoying and makes it really hard to want to collect anything. So I wait for them to come into Walmart, Target for $19.99, but it often takes like an extra 2 or 3 months after I start seeing them in the comic shops and start seeing people posting about them on the internet, which is, kind of sucks because you're really taking a crapshoot. I mean, they might get like a few stock in Walmart, Target, but it's usually hard to get like 1 or 2. Like I've never seen. They're starting to get them in Walmart, Target now. These ones from this recent line, but I have yet to see Spider-Gwen there. Spider-Gwen and Venom in that line, but the Venom I'm not really into. I don't see there, so glad I got it when I saw it. 35 is definitely not something I want to keep doing that. So hopefully there won't be. Hopefully there won't be another one that I really want. That's gonna be hard to get. We got a bunch more here. Probably separate these into 2 videos for the 6-inch and the 375. So obviously this is gonna be all the 6-inch ones. So the other one we got here is another one from the early 2000s. This is not the stand he came with, but I use it anyway. This is the classic Spider-Man, obviously, from the original Classics line in 2001, I think. Really nice looking toy. I like him. He's my classic Spider-Man representation for the Spider-Verse. Not much to say about him, just pretty awesome. Then my favorite one that I've got, and this is the first one I picked up when I was in college in early 2000s, 2001 I believe. Yeah, it was like summer 2001. And he's really the one that kicked off all this, like I need to get one of every costume. The Black Spider-Man from Spider-Man Classics. Can't beat this one. They've tried, they've done, I have a box of like Black Spider-Man toys, but going through it, none compared to this one. There's like a few that go for more. This one's pretty cheap actually, but I would suggest getting it. I think the only thing that bothers me about it is the fact that his mouth, where his mouth is, kind of juts out. They really should have had these eyes down a little further, so that would have been look more like his nose instead of like where his mouth is. So it looks a little strange, but overall I think it's a super posable and super awesome. Hang out there with a Scarlet Spider. Let's see, got a handful more here. Then the next one I got is from, I think it's from the Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1 Amazing Spider-Man movie toy line. This was a Walmart exclusive, Miles Morales. So it's got the body type of Peter Parker. It was just a repaint of another one that was in that line, but it was only at, this one was only at Walmart. So I'd like to get a better Miles Morales whenever they put that out. I think there's one coming out for the next Marvel Legends line. But this one's alright. So I got this. I was looking for it for a while. It goes for, you know, $20.40 on eBay because it was an exclusive, but it might go down, you know, now that they're gonna put out a new one, which is more, you know, suitable for Miles Morales. This one I was surprised to find. I got it when I was visiting a friend in Alabama. I've never seen it in a store since or before that, so I was pretty happy. But like I said, I might get rid of that when they come out with a new Marvel Legends Miles Morales. The next one we got here is a from a few years ago, the Scarlet Spider Cane. Pretty cool one. It's a costume that I imagine will not be remembered very well, not because it's a bad costume, but because the character just isn't really used anymore. So they'll probably, you know, disappear off of people's radar, and then, you know, just be like oh, what the hell is that, whenever someone sees a random book with this character. But it's cool to have. It's another one that's, you know, $30-$40 one out of the box, which is pretty cool if I ever want to sell any of them. So he hangs out there. This another one is from the Classics line that doesn't have a lot of posability. This is the Spider Armor one. They are making a 375-inch one, but as far as I'm aware, this is the only one of the only 6-inch ones that, you know, looks decent. There's some weirdness with the way his armor is shifted. Like one arm has a the metal coming down over here and rolls off. The other one has like a shoulder pad, and so it's a little odd how they designed this one. But until they make a better version, this is all I got. So he's hanging out. He's gonna be in the Spider-Verse. The next one is another one of the newer ones from this recent toy line. Couldn't pass up on it. This is the Ben Reilly toy, Spider Carnage. He comes with a different head and hand set, so he can be normal Ben Reilly. But I really like the Carnage look, so I was super happy that they made another Spider Carnage toy. They had one in the late 90s for like the cartoon toy line, but it's not as cool as this. I do have another Ben Reilly toy that I'll show off for a minute that takes the place of the normal non-symbiote Ben Reilly, but I couldn't pass up having another chance to have like Spider Carnage, who looks cool. So we'll just show off the next Ben Reilly one. Not as cool, but I have to, like I said, I have to keep one as Spider Carnage if they make it available. It's just, I love that look. This is another one from the Marvel Legends line. This is from, it's like a Walmart Target exclusive, one of those. It was when Hasbro first took over the line, so it's a little hard to find, but it also doesn't look as good as the other ones. But it's serviceable. I think it's fine. It doesn't have like superposability, like ankle pivots or whatever, but I think it's fine. And I do like the darker blue on the modern one, but like I said, I like to keep that one as Spider Carnage and have one as Ben Reilly. Otherwise, there's no point in having two Ben Reillys. Another one I got from a newer line from last year, I think. Can't remember my Spider-Man names. Superior Spider-Man, yeah, the Doc Ock Spider-Man. This is not bad. I don't know why they made the eyes brown. That kind of bothers me. I think they're supposed to be black. Some artists made them white, but I think the black is definitely better. Don't know why they made it brown, but it's cool that they put this guy in a toy, so I was happy with that. And he fits in nicely with the rest of the line, and we got people falling over. That's fine. Then another Superior Spider-Man one is the select version from Disney Store exclusive. Not like This one isn't like super critical, and in fact it's kind of annoying because it towers over the rest of them. It's a 7-inch, not 6-inch, but it looks fairly similar to the regular costume, with some differences on the spider and the eyes. I think they could have done a better job enlarging those eyes and really accentuating the difference, just to make it look a little more different than the regular costume. But this was a fun one to get, and you know, I try to keep it around just to, because it's the only toy in this this costume, or that version of the Superior Spider-Man costume. SpiderGwen kind of fell down in the back over there. And the other one we got here is the Spider-Girl from, I think it's Ariana. This one is not super high on my list to get. It's a black costume, so I thought that was kind of fun. I missed out on the Spider-Girl Mayday Parker one and the Spider-Woman from the Ultimate Universe one that came out not too long ago. But these ones are good, so I'll hold on to these for now. And yep, that's fine. And the last two 6-inch ones are the this guy here, the Big Time SpiderMan. Pretty cool looking. He's got some issues with the paint job. Just like you know, it's an issue with how they designed the paint job to make it look like it glows in some areas, and then I guess they didn't do a great job in carrying over that continuity in some parts of the figure. But overall, I think he's alright. The back, I think, suffers the most, but you're not going to have him facing the back in the display anyway. So I think it's cool. It's another one of those harder to find ones, like a $20, $40 one. So it's good to have. Took a while to locate back when it came out, but I'm glad to have it. And then the last one I got is a harder to find one, the white Future Foundation one. This was a variant of the Big Time SpiderMan. You can tell they're the same mold. In fact, the Kane one back there is the same mold as well, which is fine. You know, I don't really mind, as long as, I guess it bothers me that you have to pay $19 for a paint job change, but I am a sucker for Spider-Man toys. So this one was a little more expensive when I found it. I didn't actually look at the price when I went to go to the counter at Newberry, and it was like, I think it was $55 or more, maybe 60. I can't really remember, but so that kind of sucked. But it's good to have this costume represented. It goes out of the box. It goes for about $50, so it's good to know that if I ever wanted to sell it, I can get close to what I paid for it. It's a cool one. They never did this one again in the 6-inch form, so glad to have it. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This is, I used to have a little bit more. I think I had, the only one I've sold that I don't have a replacement for is the Spider-Hulk one. I couldn't pass up selling that. It was going for way too much. It was like, wow, this was out of the box. I got sold it for $85. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I figured one day, it's a cool enough amalgam of characters that I feel like one day they'll do another version of it. So I just wanted to, so I don't have that one represented, but I think I have a pretty good representation of all the costumes here. I can't think of any other ones that I'm missing that are like official costumes. I know they've done like a lot of really weird one-off ones in, like, you know, Super Dive Spider-Man or Parachute Spider-Man or whatever, but these are like official ones that are, have been in comics. So pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.